Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? It is absolutely incredible to be with you guys today because today, above all days, we have made it through the dark period. We have made it through the wilderness. Wayne, today is a great day, isn't it?
We made it through the wilderness. We did. It was a long journey. It seems like every year the wilderness gets longer and longer. I know it's only a select few days, but it's the longest days of our current lives. I've gained so many more gray hair. Look, we made it. We're here. Camp has begun. I don't care if they're getting weighed in. I don't care if they're eating lunch. I don't care. They have reported to camp, and that's the only thing that matters.
Yep, that's it, man. And so the scheduling of the show's kind of weird because initially the press conference was at 11, and then on the 49ers YouTube site, now it says 2, and we were just like, you know what? We're just going to go live. We were going to plan it around Kyle, but Kyle's one of those guests that's always late. You know what I mean? And so that's okay. He's got more important things. I get it. But
he's got to weigh in, John. He's got to weigh in.
What it is. That's what's up. So today, excited about today because this is our 49ers versus 49ers series that we have now done not once. This is our second year in the run. We did the offensive episode last Friday where we went all offense. And what we do is we snake draft. I take a player, then Wayne takes 2, and vice versa, and we keep going and then it's our team versus the other team. I think I probably got the upper hand.
You got the upper hand.
Friday.
You got the upper hand.
But this time's going to be, we're going to even it out. I think Wayne's going to get it this one. So I wanted to ask Wayne, we did a coin flip last time, which I'm totally cool with still doing. Would you rather pick your draft position?
I'm picking first. Okay. I'm picking first. Fuck that. Bump the coin flip. I'm drafting first. It's not happening to me again.
What's up.
Yes, sir. First.
Look at this, Stephen Beer. What's up, Ed? He says, John and Wade episodes, podcast version of Bowman and Willis.
Oh, I love that.
Woo. That is
two of our favorite players. Actually, John and I got into an argument about Willis and Bowman a few episodes ago.
Don't do that again. Don't do that again.
But it's funny because you were so valid, and I'm just like, no one's seen Willis, period. But Bowman was that dude, man. Great guy, too.
It was cool. Yeah, he even got to hang out with Bowman last year, which was
great guy.
Freaking epic, man. So here's what we're going to do. And we're going to go ahead and start this part of the show right now, just in case the Niners do go live at 11. That way we'll be done with this experiment. We'll all be able to jump over there. We'll be back. We'll figure something out, whether it's on our own separate channels or we're together again later today to break down the press conference news. Probably the main thing that I'm excited to hear about is who's on the PUP, who's on the NFI, who's on all that kind of stuff. That's the number one takeaway from today. And I'm sure we'll get 500 of the same questions about quarterback that Kyle's already gotten. Those are going to just keep coming. It's just the way it is. Would you agree about that? Like, what is it that you're looking forward to most with this press conference?
Yeah, I mean, this is you're going to find out, like, the players that are going to go on the PUP, and then I think that's where that designated 4 to 6 week type window happens. And so will Brock Purdy be placed on the PUP? If so, then you know that the quarterback 1 battle is going to be between Trey Lance and Sam Darnold. Is Darrell Luter going to stay on the PUP? So we're going to find out if there are any other injuries that may have flared up that they've kept kind of like under wraps throughout the offseason. So today is that day. Today is the day where they're going to release their depth. And then tomorrow, you guys get to go and watch them practice. John will be there. So make sure you slap John a high five. You know what I'm saying? He's going to give you a double high five, one from me and one from him at the same time. I won't be there in attendance, but I'll be there in spirit.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, I'm curious. I want to know what the hell Darrell Luter's injury is. We don't even know what it is.
Today, I think you would probably reveal it, depending on the severity of it.
So too.
Yeah,
I think so. So that's what we got. So let's jump to our Chapman versus Breezy. Here we go. I'm throwing this up here. This is what we're doing today. So we are drafting the entire defense. We're going to fill out an 11-man defense, 2 defensive ends, 2 defensive tackles, 2 linebackers, a flex. So if you wanted to go 3 safeties, you want to put a nickel, you want to put a 3rd linebacker, however you want to do that, 2 corners, 2 safeties. So the best 11-man team, Wayne's going to pick first. I'm sure he is going to be taking
Just go ahead and put Nick the small bear Bosa right there in that slot for your boy Breezy. And then after that, nothing else should matter. Like, no, I'm just playing. But go ahead and put Nick Bosa in there for me, baby. Let's do it.
It's not even close, right? It's the offense was a little bit more of a question because people were saying CMC, people were saying Trent Williams, people were saying like all these different ones. This side, no questions. It's just point blank, boom, 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 boom.
But this is going to be fun, John, because you are an expert draftsman.
Ooh,
and so
okay.
You draft. How do I say this? I'm learning that you have a strategy to the way you draft. It's kind of like, playing checkers with you. So I gotta make sure I do the double jump. So go ahead, John. I'm dying to know who your first 2 picks are, and then I gotta come correct. I feel like I got the best player on defense, but John is gonna throw me a curveball here. Here we go,
man. No, you got this. Okay, I'm going linebacker first.
See, I just want to kick John right now in the teeth. Just I knew that's where he was going.
But come on, man. I'll trade you. Fred
no,
Warner.
Hell no. That's okay. It's okay.
I'll trade you. It's okay. All right. So I'm taking Fred Warner, and then I'm going to go D-line, and I'm going with the new addition, Javon Hargrave, trying to get that disruptor up the middle. So it was close for me, though, because there's a couple other guys that I would have no problem going with here. And so now Wayne's got his 2 picks. You've got the man, defensive player of the year. How do you want to fill out this roster next?
So give me the all-pro Talanoa Hufanga at safety.
Ooh,
okay? And then give me the best tackling linebacker in football in Dre Greenlaw.
Oh.
Let's go, baby! I'm ripped. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Like 2 of my favorite players ever.
Yeah, you better spell his name right, too, because that's a typo right there. I know you can't spell, but
it is.
Yeah.
I messed it up bad. Talanoa. I almost just put Hufanga.
That's
I think
fine.
I did it right that time. I think I did it right.
That's perfect.
Man.
Where you going, dog? Where you going?
You're making some good picks here. That's all I gotta say. Okay, I'm gonna go outside, which I don't really like, but I'm going Charvarius Ward.
Okay.
I think last year you got both awards.
I did. I had the psych ward, remember?
You did. And so then from there, I'm going back inside, and I'm going Eric Armstead. I'm going with the 10 Towers inside. I want to see what those 2 guys can do together just because they're just so different, completely different players. But that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be a good old stunt city. You're going to see some stunting. You got guys that can line up inside and outside. The defense is going to be fun to watch. I have them going into the season, number 1 defense in the league. I have them finishing the season as the number 1 defense in the league. They just have to have players, stay healthy. But I like the depth of this particular defense, and I think that's where we're going to end up going in this draft because they're select players. So you know what? Give me my other end. Give me the freak. Give me Drake Jackson. I got my ends. I'll fill it out at some point.
And look how we're building. A lot of it's just happenstance, but you went outside.
You went inside.
I went inside.
You did. And then I got to go with the hyena because that's cornerback lockdown number 1 as well. I feel like he didn't give up a touchdown to the end of the season. This kid has soared and rised up the charts. And I tell you what, he called out Brandon Ayuk. He clapped back. When you clap back, that means you are on my roll, baby. Let's go, Diamador Lenore. And also shout out to the guy because he definitely put my he put my post in his story. So I thought that was pretty cool. Shout out to Diamador Lenore.
I think this is a little bit of identity theft happening here. Because you got Dre Greenlaw, my guy. You got Demo.
You got my guy.
I've been huge and Hufanga. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. It is a serious crime.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
That's shout out Dwight. Somebody got the Office
They don't
reference.
get the
Somebody
Office
out there.
jokes. Well, John, can I ask you this? Can we take a quick pause? I know we trying to get through this show.
No, that's great.
So I remember getting through the Office, right? And I don't want to spoil it, but there was that one particular season, yo, when they was making those changes. I'll leave it at that. Yo, I cried. I literally like I didn't expect it to go down the way it went down because I didn't watch it when it was on air. So I binge watched. Right. So I didn't know what was happening. And so I was like, I broke down crying. The Office made you laugh. It made you cry. I didn't want to watch the two break up. Never mind. I'm giving away spoilers. Let's go, John. Continue.
Great show. I'll say that. And that was one of the few shows that we could watch as a family. The kids laughed and we laughed and all that stuff. Great show. And look at this, Luke. Luke the Don says, John, since you're local now, does that mean more 49ers rush parties at home?
It does.
You bet your rear end it does. Check this out, big dog. We are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 home games. The only game I cannot do for home is the, what's it called? Christmas Day game. A wife said
there was non-negotiable, right?
That's
non-negotiable.
Right. I got Thanksgiving. She got Christmas. So that's what we got. So yeah, we've got a lot of things. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Go grab your tickets. Going to be an absolute blast this year. I'm so pumped about it. But we're still doing the road games too. And Wayne's coming out to those. He'll be there at Dallas, which I'm excited. Pretty pumped about that one. Look at this. JD, Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Yes.
False.
The references are in the building. Woo.
Yes,
dude, I got a Don Mufflin. I got a mug over here somewhere, yo. I was heavily into The Office. Heavy.
It's a strong show, man. Strong show. Jacksonville's going to be fire, says Eddie. I'm pumped about that one. Oh, and we got a super chat. What's up? I'll let you read this one, Wayne.
All right, man. For Life Niner. What a dope name, too. Off topic, but we need to get Grant to dress up as Kyle for Halloween this year. Appreciate you both. I tell you what, I'll ask him. I'll see what he says. Why not?
Go.
Let's do it.
I will not be able to ask him because I'm blocked on everything. So that's okay.
No.
So we'll let Wayne.
Well, here's the thing for Life Niner. There's an actual person out there that is impersonating Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, JT O'Sullivan.
No. He was at the games.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
Like, and he looked just like him. Like, just like him. I don't know his name. I know he's on Instagram and stuff like that. But there's already a guy out there. But you know what? You want Grant Cohn as Kyle for Halloween? We'll get him to dress up as Kyle for Halloween.
There you go. I love it. Appreciate all the kind words from Chrissy Marie. Congratulations, John, on your big move. Look at Peachy. What's up, Peachy?
Yeah.
Join John, Breezy, and the rest of the crew for some pregame fun this season. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. She's the best.
Awesome.
Yeah. Right here, Coach Cruz.
That's his
like
name.
This.
Why does he know everything?
Not fake. Dude, Coach Cruz is in the know, man. That's
he
all
knows
everything.
He's like the Encyclopedia Britannica, yo. Like he knows everything.
He is. Now, okay, let's jump back to this draft.
I'm hoping we threw John off a little bit with all the canter and banter going on. And
you've got 5, I've got 4. I've got back-to-back picks. Throwing me off with The Office, which I set up. That's my fault. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those things. I forget how the saying goes, but like you put one of ours in the hospital, we put 2 of yours in the morgue. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
That's happening right here. So I'm going safety position.
Don't you
I'm
do
going
it?
Rookie.
Oh.
I'm going Jair Tig Brown, baby.
Okay. How you going to back that up? I'm trying to see who was your comeback here.
So I'm doing that one, and then I'm going Tayshaun Gibson right on top of that.
Smart. You got both playmakers.
I'm locking up the safety position, which I'm excited about.
Ooh,
and I'm trying my hardest. I'm on tilt here, Wayne. I'm trying to hurt your feelings more than I am stack my roster, and I hope I achieved one of those things.
You definitely did. And you took I'm going to call that tandem that you got at the safeties. We're going to call them the interceptors. Because that's what they do. I got the big hitter. You got the interceptors. I like this. This is actually spot on. Yeah. I don't know about trading. Give me. You know what? A lot of people are sleeping on this guy. And
it's live, Sean. Come on, man.
Sean knows it's live. A lot of people are sleeping on this young gentleman. And I want you to continue sleeping on him so that his big behind sacks the hell out of you. His name is
Ooh.
Javon Kinlaw. I feel like Kinlaw is going to come back this year. It's a contract year. He's going to ball out. Will he remain with the Niners? I don't know, but this year he's going to have a season. He looks like he's in great shape. This may be one of the best seasons for him because he had a chance to like really rejuvenate, really recuperate, all that type of stuff in the off season. He's been in camp. He's been at the facility, all off season. Give me Javon Kinlaw. And
I like
then
that.
I'm going to turn this around and give me the new addition
Ooh. Ooh.
to the team. Not a rookie, but a new player, Isaiah Oliver. And you could put him
You want him in the flex?
at
Do
the
you want him as
flex,
your
baby.
outside corner?
You could put him at the flex, baby.
Ooh.
And he could drop and play safety too. This is dope. I know exactly what I'm doing. Y'all got to pay attention.
That looks clean, man. You're young everywhere. You have no old cats. I got all old cats.
Yeah, man.
That's interesting.
I'm trying to see where you're going here because you got to go outside at some point.
Don't tell me what I got to do.
I'm not. My bad. My bad. My bad. I said at some point, though. I didn't say which point.
I got Fred Warner. I like that. I'm not quite sure what I want to. You know what I want to do?
I know what you're about to do.
I know what I'm about to do. I'm putting Samuel Womack as my other outside corner.
All right. You got me. You
Sam
got
Womack.
me.
And so I think that he is the very first player off the bench at all three cornerback spots.
You got me.
Both outsides and the inside. So I like having him there. Now I think I'm gonna go a little weird here. There's a lot of linebacker. I'm gonna go linebacker. I've got Fred Warner. I need a will. You got Drake Greenlaw, my favorite player on the team. Even though I think there might be some other better linebackers available for that will spot, the Niners have one plan, and that's the rookie that they just got in D Winters. So I'm going to partner up D Winters, the TCU linebacker, with Fred Warner. I'm just going to put him in that will spot. I'm just going to keep him right there.
I just want you to know that I love you very much.
You weren't going to do that, were you?
No, and I'm so grateful for John Chapman because since we're talking will, you can go ahead and put Marcelino McCrary Ball at that linebacking spot for your boy Precy one time, baby, because I'm telling you right now, that cat is making the team. He's all will, he's all big play guy, and that cat is making this squad.
He is jacked, man.
And
he's those pictures
ripped.
Of
him? Look.
Gosh.
Look, look like Mr. Atlas or something like that. He's ripped.
He's one of the smallest linebackers we got as far as height and weight, but that dude had to have added 10 to 15 pounds of muscle in his 2 years.
Yeah,
I mean he's doing some things.
He's ripped.
He's doing some things. So, look at this. What's up? We got Paul. What's up, Paul? How you doing, man? He says, I'm torn. Can't pick between these two. Yeah, it's hard, man.
I love it, Paul. Good to see you, baby. All right, I tell you what, John. Since I know you're not going to be able to take that position, I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to go ahead and shore up. Hold on one second. Give me a second because I gotta. This is tough. Do I have any rookies? So you pick your rookie. Your rookie is D Winters, right?
I got
you got two.
And Jair Brown.
All right, I'm going with the regardless if he's on the PUP or not, I'm going with the 5th round pick, Darrell Luter Jr. as my outside corner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I think those are my 2 picks right there. I think.
Yeah, that's 2. You went McCrary Ball, Darrell Luter. So, yeah, pretty solid. Now it's my turn. And I'm not sure what I want to do at flex.
I know what you
I don't know what I want to do.
Flexa, time to have sex. You don't remember that? Mad Cobra? My bad.
I do actually. Yeah, let's go. Gosh, this is rough. No, I'm going to go with my conviction. I'm going. I hit the wrong button there. I double clicked on the wrong one. I'm going flex. I'm going Q Knight.
I knew it. I felt like that's where you were going.
I'm going
for
Q
your
Knight there.
flex. Yeah.
And then at defensive end, which I don't like, I'm throwing another rookie out there. I'm going Robert
Ooh,
Bill Jr.
the
We just go with
speedster.
young pups, man. We're going. I have a mix of super old and super young,
All
trying to
right.
cover up some things. So
Nope.
let's complete out your team.
No one's gonna see this pick coming, but I think he makes this roster and he's gonna battle out in the inside and the interior. Give me Kalia Davis right there.
Ooh, that
No, I
is.
did not take Kevin Givens. I did go with Kalia Davis.
Ooh,
And then for my safety spot, I got to go with the veteran. Give me George Odom.
okay, all right. George Odom. And so I got to put a defensive end out here. I don't think I have much of a choice. I think it's got to be
Hyder.
no Cleveland. I'm going Cleveland Farrell.
Okay, he's going Cleveland Farrell. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going
All right.
Cleveland Farrell there. So we got our teams. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this. Here's what we need you guys to do in the chat if you are watching. We're going to go through our teams completely. Wayne's going to read his team. I'm going to read my team top to bottom. You guys got to say Team Breezy or Team Chapman.
Give me the win, damn it. I see one for me, baby. I don't win anything. I want to win this.
The best thing is Wayne, this is on my channel as the host, and we're simulcasting. Wayne can't highlight the comments.
I can't.
But I got you. I got you.
All I know is after this show, this better be on X real fast. I mean, you had this joint up so fast. You had this up before I even released it as a podcast. I was like, damn. I didn't even get a chance to blink.
I love it. All right, Wade, read us your team, buddy.
Listen. Defensive end, Nick Bosa. In the interior, I got Javon Kinlaw, Kalia Davis. We're going to fix that. There's a little typo in there. John, take the H out when you get a chance.
No, it's got an H. Kalia Davis has an H there.
I thought it was Kalia.
It's very possible. Let me double check real quick.
I could be wrong. I don't mind. We're teachers. We're not smart. All right.
Yeah,
We just been doing it for years. All right. Then I got Drake Jackson to sign up. I got to solidify my ends. I went with Drake Greenlaw. He can play coverage. He can play the mic. Then I got Marcelino McCurry Ball. My flex was Isaiah Oliver. No people were like, why you put him outside? Because I need him inside. That's exactly why. I got Diamador Lenore, the hyena, outside. And y'all keep sleeping on Darrell or Daryl Luter Jr. if you want to. I got Talanoa Hufanga, the All-Pro, and George Odom, the All-Pro. Y'all forgot he was an All-Pro. It doesn't matter how he got the All-Pro. He's an All-Pro. We had this conversation last week about All-Pros with Elijah Mitchell and Juice. There better not be any discrepancies. George Odom over. Listen, did Deshaun Gibson win All-Pro? No. Did George Odom win All-Pro? Yes. We're going to go pick by pick after John reads his team. This is fun. Aaron Weston said you won too.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. You got a lot of votes coming in through, Breezy. I'm loving it, man. And this is good. We need balance, right? Perfectly balanced, as everything in life should be.
Everything in life should be balanced.
We watched that movie at one of the trips. You remember that?
We did?
Yeah, we were watching Endgame, and you fell asleep. Wayne wanted me to watch Endgame, then he fell asleep.
Yep, that's what I do. Listen,
right, my team. Go ahead, go.
I was like, John, put on Endgame, bro. It's the movie. I was knocked out.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, my team. Yeah, it's very light in some areas. I'm not selling it well. My edge is probably the weakest part of my team. Cleveland Farrell, rookie Robert Bill Jr. My strength, defensive tackles. I built up front. Javon Hargrave, Eric Armstead, two elite defensive tackles. Fred Warner behind them with D. Winters as my two linebackers, corners. Charvarius Ward, Samuel Womack. I like that. Q Knight as my flex guy, and my safeties. I don't know. I feel like outside of defensive end, this team is great.
Listen, you got a stat. You got a squad. Can I talk about your squad too? So a lot of people, I like the fact that they're sleeping on Cleveland Farrell because he did nothing. You know what I'm saying? He did nothing in Oakland, Vegas, wherever they played. He did nothing there, right? I tell you what, he's coming into a system which is going to turn him around. It's going to make him some type of a superstar in the NFL. If you notice what Chris Kosiric does, is always one player that he all of a sudden just like takes out of their cocoon and unleashes them, and they turn into some beautiful butterfly. So the question is, will Farrell turn into a butterfly or to a moth? I'm going with the butterfly. He's going to have a great season, and it's going to be fun to watch Cleveland Farrell get some snaps and get some sacks off the edge, man. It's going to be really fun. Javon Hargrave, excuse me, is going to be one of my favorite players to watch. I was rooting for us to get this guy in the offseason. I kept saying we were missing the interior rush, and they went and solved it. On top of that, he's getting zero love. It's like he diminished after being traded to the number one defense. How does he diminish if he went from the Philadelphia Eagles, finished with double-digit sacks, was top defensive tackle, and then the moment he comes to the 49ers, he diminishes as like he gets whatever, he's going to ball out. And then this is going to activate a different type of Eric Armstead. Eric Armstead may have his second best season of his career now that Javon Hargrave is next to him. And you know who the guy was next to him the last time? His name was DeForest Buckner. We saw what that did. It enabled Eric Armstead to have a season. Fred Warner is my favorite player in the world, Craig. So that the fact that you got him, I'll trade you Greenlaw for Fred.
I bet you will. I bet you will.
I thought you was going to do it. You're a sucker. You got a squad, man. You got a squad. You got lockdown Mooney Ward out there. Samuel Womack is going to be a premier cornerback in the NFL. Once he understands his assignments based off of what they're showing him out there, he's going to, oh my gosh, once the game slows down, it's a wrap. He has the football ability, John. He has that innate ability to go after the ball. He makes plays. He doesn't allow things to happen, but once he starts understanding the assignments, when he has to line up here opposed to they got three wideouts on this side, and what is his responsibility? Is he taking the inside, the outside, the outside? It's just so many little intricate things. Year 2, it slows down. Watch this kid rise, man. Ooh. And you know how I feel about Jair Brown.
Yeah, you're pretty huge on him. I also know how you feel about Sean. Now, this one came through on your channel. So, we Sean, I just want to say thank you for the super chat. Wayne, I know you just went through a whole thing, but this is you, man.
So, Sean and I were having a nice conversation about some stuff. And so he was the dork that was texting and calling me. Would have sent the chat earlier. Do you guys think we use some 3 safety sets? I can't wait to hear John talk about this.
I really think the 3 safety set stuff comes after the bye. I think right now they just put Jair Brown at one of the safety spots, probably Tayshaun Gibson's, and say, learn this. Just learn this. And then from there, eventually that will expand. But I don't think we're going to get a lot of that early on, especially against teams like Pittsburgh or the Rams. I don't think that's really needed. But long term, I really hope that's something they do. Now, the question always I get stuck on, if you put 3 safeties out there, who are you taking off? Are you taking off Isaiah Oliver? Are you taking off Drake Greenlaw?
Both are linebacker. I think it would be a linebacker.
I think it would be too. And Drake Greenlaw has been one of the best cover players, not just linebackers in the NFL for back-to-back years.
But here's the thing, John, and I like that you brought that up, and I'm glad we can have this adult conversation. So when you do something like that and you have Jair Brown out there, you're not losing the coverage ability, right? And you're also not losing the tackle for loss ability. That's the one thing you love about Drake Greenlaw. He could drop back in coverage, or he can get you behind the line of scrimmage and get you for a loss, especially when he wraps the tackles and doesn't go for that super big hit. Remember, Jair Brown led Penn State with 15 tackles for losses. Like, he was a safety that beat out the linebacker. So essentially, you're putting another linebacker on the field. He's just labeled a safety. And that's what the Niners like to do. They have those interchangeable pieces. Remember, Fred Warner played safety in college, right? I wonder why he covers so. I wonder why he just understands that. The only issue for me with Fred is sometimes he doesn't play with the right depth, and the 6'4"
he goes solo sometimes and does what he wants to do, not what the rules say. And he got called out by that. D'Amico several times, like, we can't play hero ball out there. You just got to do your job. Don't do somebody else's. And maybe he grew through that. Hopefully, we'll see because he's that damn good. But yeah, it causes problems.
I agree, man. How did WC
West
uh,
Coast, I think.
West Coast offense influence the Shanny offense? Oh, good question. How did the West Coast offense influence the Shanny offense, other than teaching how to win 3-time loses before? So how did
Yes.
the West Coast offense predicate this Shanahan's offense? What from Shanahan's offense did he take from the West Coast offense?
If you ask Kyle Shanahan if he runs a West Coast offense, he's going to say no. However,
Interesting.
there are so many concepts that are very, very similar. The entire West Coast offense was basically this: Bill Walsh, Coryell, all these guys that are, titans of the football world. The whole concept was, man, let's make very short, reliable passes, almost extending the run game with probability and high completion percentage, allow your athletes to catch it and go do something big. Nobody has fit this mold more than Jerry Rice and John Taylor. And you can throw in Roger Craig in that mix as well. Short passes, get it to athletes, allow them to do their thing. That's exactly what Kyle Shanahan does, but it's a version of. It's a timing, anticipation, short routes, short completions, which is what Brock Purdy and Jimmy Garoppolo do best. And so it's influenced it big time. There's no doubt about that.
And when you start to really think about the philosophy of the West Coast offense or the Kyle Shanahan's offense, the high, octane type of offense when it comes to that, like it makes perfect sense why you would want to go with this type of an offense. When you have your players running left and right, like laterally across the field, wearing defenses out, it's going to be almost impossible for them to keep up for 4 quarters. And I think that's what Kyle Shanahan, I think every game he sets up a game like it's a boxing match. All right, guys, be prepared to go 12 rounds. We can go for the knockout eventually, but we want to make sure that they're weak enough so when we knock them out, their ass don't get back up. And I think
Exactly.
that's his philosophy. I wonder why you see all our guys sparring and boxing in the offseason. That's a whole different concept. But I think that's where Kyle is coming from. And when you watch the way he's been able to draft these players, him and John Lynch, they've gone after not necessarily the athletic guys, but guys that have athleticism, they have power, and they have the ability to make people miss, right? Or break tackles, whichever one it is you want to, put in there. Look at the players that we have. Why do you think they keep pushing these contracts down the line and trying to keep as many of these players together as they can? Kyle Shanahan, whether it's traditionally running the ball, whether it's getting a 1-yard screen pass out there, letting a wide receiver run the ball, Kyle Shanahan wants to influence his will on opposing teams. When you do that, you take the mindset out of the team. And that's why we lost some of our games. Think about Atlanta. What did Atlanta do? They took our game plan and they were more physical than the 49ers. That ain't ever supposed to happen. Matter of fact, Atlanta didn't win a game after that when they might have won one, but they barely could win a game after that because they were so beat up. And if you don't believe me, go watch Isaiah Oliver's last press conference. He said, yo, we were so beat up, like we were just beat up, but we gave our all against the 49ers. They thought they shouldn't have did something like that. And that's why teams couldn't win after they played us. They were
0-15.
Bro, and the only team that won was the Kansas City Chiefs.
And that was after a bye.
Bingo.
And they went to overtime with a crappy team and barely won. So,
Bingo.
I mean, the style the 49ers play, and people want to get upset about like Kittle being injured and stuff like that, but it's like that. I understand the Kittle injuries are rough because of how physical he plays, or the Debo injuries, but it does the same damn thing to the opposing team. Teams don't want to play the 49ers. They do not, because of how physical they are. Now, they don't want to play the Chiefs either, but for a completely different reason. The Chiefs are like playing against the Golden State Warriors, and the fact that, man, they're just going to light up the three and they're going to outscore you and all that stuff, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
But you playing against the freaking 49ers. My dog is snoring next to me. I swear to God, I hope it's not coming across on the thing. A wife left the dog at home today, which is awesome. But anyway, playing against the 49ers is like playing against the freaking early 90s Pistons.
Yeah.
Where
Bad
they're
boys.
just going to beat the crap out of you with Jordan-style rules and just foul the hell out of everybody. And so I love being a bully. I love that style of play. And I think it transcends week in and week out. And well said. I don't even know how we got here.
It's Sean, the question, man. We started talking about the offense, and that's the one thing we love about our shows, right? Like, once we see something pop across, man, it can open up new avenues, and it allows us to kind of like freely speak on some of the things that we don't necessarily talk about or have planned on the show. So it's really cool to hear from you guys, man. We couldn't do this without you. John, you're
Yeah.
getting ready to head to training camp for tomorrow. I'm
Ooh.
curious to know. I see Buck Hyde says, I thought you were at camp today. So no one's allowed at camp today, as far as the fans and things like that. The reporters will be there, the beat writers, and they will be at the press conference. But John will be there tomorrow. So I'm
Be
excited
there
to see.
Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday.
Yeah, John. What are you expecting to see at training camp, the 3 days that you're going to be there?
First off, I got to place everybody. Where are all these undrafted guys going? I made all of these makeshift depth charts, and I'm like, okay, Joey Fisher, which guard is he practicing at? Is he practicing behind Jason Poe or alongside Jason Poe? Nick Zakel, where's Keith Ishmael in that rotation? Where does, where are players that we haven't seen? And yeah, you could say they're a corner. Are they outside corner? Are they just practicing left corner? Are they practicing in the slot? What's the rotation? All those different things. So that's number one. I want to place players. I want to establish a legitimate depth chart based on the rotations of camp to go from there. I know that's going to be shaken up with rookies and all that stuff, but that's number one. And again, I said this on yesterday's show. You come sit by me during training camp. I'm putting you to work. I've got worksheets. So you're going to be in charge of something. I'm just saying that's happening. That's happening. So anyway, yeah, I'm pumped, man. Oh, it's going to be so fun.
I mean, you're gonna have a blast, man, and just the fact you'll be there like in living color, and then you'll be able to get the footage that you need. Can't nobody doctor it up because it's gonna be yours. You know what I'm saying? And you're just gonna have fun. You'll get to talk to the players, get to talk to fans, and get some fans to do their little aspirations on the season, man. Chop that up, man, and put that out there, John. I
It's a
think
good
that'll be
idea.
really
I
cool.
wasn't even thinking about that. See, I need help. Look, and speaking of, look at Sean. He's back. He says, I think Breezy is terrible at rock, paper, scissors. He loses every time. Therefore, he must read my chats. John has lost once, Mike several times. Sean, we appreciate you, man. We really do. But yeah, you challenge us in a good way sometimes, a bad way other times. Mike, appreciate you. He says, hit that like button. Let's go. Get those likes up. Let's go. It helps us out. Now, this was a question from Dan. He says, is the next show comparing Breezy's defense versus Chapman's offense or vice versa? Well, guess what, Dan? Because you were so amazing, we don't have to wait. I was cutting and clipping and all this stuff as Wade was outlining
think
it.
of that, Dan.
We
You
didn't think
are
of
a
this.
genius.
So, Breezy was the clear winner on defense, and I haven't even gone through his team yet, but I'm
Oh
about
God, I'm
to.
scared. This is tough.
So, the last episode, if you missed it, we did offense. I think I probably won that one.
You won. You had me at Trent Williams.
That's the thing. First pick changes everything.
You had me at Trent. I felt like the defense though had more players, in my opinion, that you could have kind of evened it out. But you had me at Trent. Then you got Debo and Kittle, and that's tough right there. Like, it doesn't really matter who your quarterback is at that point,
So let's look at these, okay? So I'm going to go through Breezy's defense real quick. He got Nick Bosa straight out the gate, paired him with Drake Jackson, so we got the two best ends. And whenever your defensive tackles are Ken Law and Kalia Davis, that's not a bad, formidable thing. Like, it's solid. Linebackers, Dre Greenlaw, Marcelino McCurry. Ball, gosh, it makes me mad that you got Greenlaw. Corners outside, Demo and Darrell Luter Jr. with Isaiah Oliver. It's so, man, solid. Got the all-pro safety Talanoa Hufanga and George Odom. Just a really, really good group. So, and again, that's taken away half the starting players. This was the best defense in the NFL last year, and you can see why this experiment that we're doing. Now, let's refresh other people's memory. You want me to read through the offense quick, or you want to, Wayne?
You got it, bro. You
Okay.
You sound amazing over there.
So, Team Chapman, this is what I was able to build last time. Trey Lance is my quarterback. Jordan Mason, my running back. Debo, Jawan Jennings, George Kittle. Those are my three. I got Kyle Juszczyk as my flex. My offensive line, Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, Nick Zakel, Spencer Burford, Matt Pryor. I went heavy on the offensive line, getting 3 out of 5 starters. And so, yeah, let's look at this. Like, if these two teams faced off against each other, where would the defense win? Where would the offense win?
All right, so let's start with the edge versus the left tackle. Let's start with Nick Bosa versus Trent Williams. I mean, is it safe to say that's a push, or does Trent have the edge, or does Nick Bosa have the edge? And we can let them pick. You know, like that's my number one camp battle. And I know that they're not even going to battle that much in camp. Like it's probably not. It's going to be minute. Those two guys are veterans. They know how to play. But I am curious to see if Nick comes in with a new move, and Trent has to find a way to counter it, like, to protect his quarterback. So I'm curious to see how that works, John. You'll be able to get the hands-on action with that one. So it's gonna be awesome.
It's good.
But,
I mean, it's just fun to. I don't even expect Trent Williams to even work out. Really, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
He's just gonna be.
He's like
chilling.
on year, right?
Yeah, he's done.
But that's the battle, right? Like, that's iron sharpeneth iron at the most elite level of iron, right? I don't even know if there's an elite level of iron, but that
the first thing I'm seeing, and I could be wrong here, but I think the offense is going to have its strength running the ball. You got
because my interior is kind of
you got Aaron Banks, you got Burford.
Well, Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's tough everywhere.
He's better in the run stuffing than he is anything else. If he's healthy, which I'm hoping he is, I feel like Kalia Davis will be able to give that. We haven't seen Kalia play, but I think Javon Kinlaw is good at stuffing the run. You're gonna have to get to the outside.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your running backs. I'm looking at Mason. He's not an outside runner. And then Juice is not an outside runner. So you might not have the edge up on running.
Maybe not. Yeah. I was looking at my team trying to figure out where its strength is, and I'm like, oh, running the ball. But these are just two ones. Look at Wood. He's holding out. I still like Wayne's offense better. There we go.
Appreciate you, Wood. But here's the X factor. Juice and George Kittle. So that helps your run game tremendously. You know what I mean? Like, dang. So if you feel like Mason up the middle, I mean, you got the offensive line, Doug. Like, and I got a veteran and a second year player in the middle. So you probably will have your way.
Right. I'm like kicking the dog bed to try to get my dog. I hope that's not picking up with the audio. Damn dog snoring the whole time back here. But let me say this as we wrap up this close, because I just checked on the Niners feed. It is about to go live. They've got the countdown going over there here in about 3 minutes. But Wade, this was fun.
Excellent, John. Excellent.
We went 1-1, which is that's good. I didn't want to, 2-0 again this year. That would have been not fun. You know what I mean? So this balances it. You know what I mean?
I'm getting better. That's all I know.
Wait, you gonna hit me next time I see?
Listen, I do not like to lose. And reading all those comments, man, I was like, all right, I'm coming correct.
I'll post this. Probably going to be after the presser, though, if that's okay.
It's always a stipulation, though.
But posted it before the presser. I will stop. That's priorities.
We out, y'all.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Take us out real quick, Wade.
Hey, man, stay strong, faithful. Now it's time to get to some 49er stuff, baby. We'll see you when we see you, baby.